Um, Hey guys, welcome to today's Capture the Flag match in what is CTF's inaugural season, week 2. So today we have two mid-ranked teams in the Crusaders, TC, facing the Roxerces. And what is probably going to be a really interesting match to watch. As a rule state, there were 0 Dwarf and Fashionista, 1 Archer, Assassin, Engineer, Mage, Necro, Pyro, Scout, 2 Chemists, Elf, Medic, and Ninja, and 3 Heavies and Soldiers. MMR and 1 Ninja Cap per map, and that's a rule. So I'm Pesto, and with me is Cardona.
Hello everyone. So looking back at the first week of matches here, we do have a decent amount of roster mix-up here as the game starts. We have Roche, or Autumn Leaves 2, as well as... yeah, Unholy Ice, both in for Rox here, as well as Loreen and MH in for TC. Notably, both of these teams had several members on casual practicing what appears to be their match rules right now before the match. Interesting to see here, this isn't an Archer map, so we won't see Kev Shadowslayer or Reza Aragon pull that out. Instead, he is Assassin for TC's defense.
Yeah, that'd be interesting to watch. Kev is one of their key players today. Speaking of their defense, I was interviewing a TC player today, Muffin Man 676 or MH676, and he said that TC practice a lot and feel ready to face and overcome whoever they match up against. He also said, interestingly enough, not if I gets a steal here. He manages to get out of the flag room. Currently has the flags, just running away from the pyro.
Struggling just a little bit here. Does have support from the soldier here to help him get out. He is very low, no stake.
No medic.
He's going to go down to the ninja here. Medic did get staggered, as Miski points out, which is why that happened. We do have 93 on Elf, missing the steal twice here, so Fella's going to get instead on Soldier. Seems rather clean. He's got 2 stakes, though, and is incredibly low. Death tagged as well. Does have support, so he is able to get ahead, but double ninja here are going to hold him back just enough.
Yeah. And it's interesting you mentioned 93. Muffin Man, interestingly enough, said that, they don't think 93 will make the difference today, despite how good 93 seems to be performing lately, which I think was really interesting, in that they're ready to face other players. Just to say that 93 gets a steal here. Goes down, though.
Does go down there, to I believe was Frenzy.
Yeah.
Interesting to hear that, though, from the interview with MH. I do see already a much more robust TC defense here on Airlock I compared to their first match, which is very good. I think their ninjas are doing a lot better of getting in front of carriers whenever they go down the far side, which is allowing a lot of these recoveries to actually happen.
Yeah. Yeah. You see their steals there from Mackie and Swit, as the Crusaders are forming another push here. And as for the Rocks, they're also forming another push here. So yeah, interesting starts. Good hold-ups by both defenses. There were zero heavies on Rock's offense, which is interesting, especially on a map like this. Airlock, which is very bulk heavy.
For sure, I do think that their offense is very squishy right now. The most tanky thing being one single soldier means that they're definitely going for more mobility setup here. However, TC is running the looks like they're not running any heavy defenses, which is what zero heavy offense seems like it would counter with its mobility. The double ninjas putting a lot of damage in onto these key targets, the elf, the chemist. I would try and switch up and go for a heavy here if I was in this position personally.
Yeah. Rocks, on the other hand, is running 2 heavies on their defense, so...
We do have Bloomishly consistently being able to get here onto the blue side and hide outside. It doesn't look like her strategy is to go into the flag room with her team, although as I say that, she is going to follow. Let's get assassinated here.
Speaking of offensive medics, never mind. Italian gets the flag, drops. As I was saying, Mackie got the flag, and I think Mackie's a medic as well. 93 gets the flag, drops to G. Henry.
Yeah, so Miski also points out that TC is also running the zero heavy offense here on Airlock. I think zero heavy offense is prone to a low map score on this map, just because you see a lot of other teams run heavy offense, especially if it's a good PvPer, to be able to knock that pyro out early, and it makes the steal so much easier.
Yeah. 93 points out in chat that he might need a sub. He has 400 ping.
Should 93 leave, that does mean Rox is going to be down their best elf and one of their best offensive players, which is big leg up for TC if that happens.
Yeah. You're trying to get in. Fella gets the flag but drops. 93 gets the flag, but he's lagging as he's mentioned.
Lagging so much, yeah. I would personally, if they're not able to get a sub, I would personally go to Soldier instead of Elf. Worth noting that that class is a lot easier to play on offense with high ping than Elf is. Elf wins just do not process with that amount of lag.
Yeah, for sure.
Got TC offense out here waiting on top of the domes and the trees before going in to make sure they aren't staggered, which is very nice to see in practice. 95 or 915 gonna get a nice elf steal here. Very clean going out this side. Should he get support, he's golden right here because there's nothing in front of him. Medic
go down,
does get there, but the assassin does a great job of making sure he goes down.
Very tough play for 915 there. Fella gets the flag here. He's on top of the red flag room, trying to make a route, but he's getting held up by their Pyro Ninja Killer. Gets frenzied and goes down. However, Rock's trying to get push here. 93 gets the flag. He's managing to get out, gets to the medic, but the defense is holding him back. Gets frenzied, but Henry misses. 93 just trying to push through, keep moving forward. Getting to mid, 915 steals the flag on the other side. 93 has no one in front of him, it seems. And he's probably going to get to the flag here if 915 goes down. And however, now he's being held up, and he goes down to Loreen. That is very clutch play there by the TC defense. Their medic got there, and however, after that restore in their flag room, just almost disappeared, it felt like. Anyways, that was a very close chance for 93 there, though. Fella trying to get in. 915 steals the flag again. 93 also steals the flag. He's trying to move.
Doing a very nice job duking with wind here, despite the lag. He does block the assassin, but does go down to what would appear to be a fake assassinate. He had really good movement in that flag room, though. Had he gotten support on the other side, I believe he could have gotten much farther.
Interesting to know that it's seems to be like almost like an elf duel today with 95, 93, and 915. Both of them having 9 as a digit in their names. It's also interesting because 915 is more veteran elf, and 93 is more not exactly new, but like definitely not as much experience I think as 915. 93 tries getting in here, trying to juke around their offense. Fella gets the flag instead. Trying to get away from the heavy and the pyro, but he's likely going to go just wall spamming now, to be completely honest.
Yeah, spamming on the ceiling here, does run out of wall climb, it seems. Goes down to the Henry Frenzy waiting below.
Yeah.
So, pretty even map 1 so far. Pretty interesting to see. I think both defenses are doing pretty solid. I think one notable switch here in this match for TC's defense is Kev on Assassin. I think he's doing very good, just having that game sense and that veteran knowledge of playing a map like Airlock I for years now.
Yeah.
Very useful on an instant kill class like this, especially with recent assassin nerfs. We do have Henry go down for TC here. Kashan with a Chemist Steal is taking decent damage from these ninjas. His medic does go down roughly 10-15 blocks away from him. This is going to give TC an opportunity to get in front with the ninjas. Both of them here. 93 there as Elf is a
Frenzied.
great support,
93,
however.
Medic picks it up. Ooh, his Medic goes down.
So very nice frenzy from Henry there. Didn't look like it was going to be very big, but then comes in for the cleanup. Miski points out that he's had consistent value this match, and I 100% agree with that.
I think TC is full of veteran players like him. They have, sort of something to prove today, especially after TC's recent performances, I'd say.
For sure.
So far, they're performing good, performing well.
Pudgy also points out earlier that Roxerces has been having a lot of practices lately, and I've seen a lot of Rox versus PPM happening as well. So they have, I believe, an activity advantage over TC here, who haven't had much of anything to my knowledge.
Yeah. Fella's managing to get out here. He's trying to get around the ninja here, trying to get to the medic. Ooh, but the ninja knocks him away from the medic. Power knocks the medic away.
Here.
Oh, but
Henry is no stake. Looks like 4 hearts. Now he's on 2 hearts. Does go down to the heavy. That's pretty big here if Fella can manage to stay alive until his medic comes. We do have the offense getting on him, both the medic and the elf.
Ooh, gets pure element.
He's going to get past, though. He really needs this medic. He's going to get it here. Assassin is there, just doesn't go down. Is down here.
Looks like he's got
assassinate there. I'm pretty sure that could have been a very nice clutch recove, but Fella does walk it into the flag room after a very interesting route through Airlock I.
Seems like Rox managed to get a capture. They managed, from what I've seen, it seems like they're getting in a lot, but TC has just been holding them back from actually getting out. But that time they managed to get out and they managed to get a capture. So,
indeed.
Very good job to Rox.
It's a very interesting matchup to see here. Miski points out in chat that Fella and 93 can kind of be regarded as 2-headed monsters on offense versus the 2-headed monsters of TC's defense, G Henry and Kev Shadowslayer or Reza Ragan. I think that matchup's very interesting to see. So far, it's been very even, apart from that one steal where Henry did go down. Italian does get a steal as Necro, but does get knocked into the corner here. We do have a steal from 93 going down mid. Very out clean. Does get swapped, but his medic is still there. Is going to be able to heal up a lot of damage here and get big value. 93 manages to get out here. That's a very good play and positioning by the medic. Assassin does come through. Is able to stagger a little bit, but misses that insta-kill. 93 has a very nice win here to be able to maintain his footing, not being knocked off the map by the TC defense there. He's at spawn now. Does get swapped back a little bit. He's looking like he's going to get this unless TC are able to counter steal here. You have a push from both soldier and medic.
Ooh, Power Drive's getting there, but
is out right now on the far side. Does have stuff on her. But is managing to get out as soldier here, which is very huge. Soldier outside of the airlock is very powerful. Difficult to kill. Is on 3 stakes, making her way towards mid now, has lost a significant amount of support. However, the ninja does come up here to get the ninja off her quickly. It's looking like we're going to our first stalemate of the map.
Yeah.
12.5 minutes in.
I would expect 93 is going to pass here as he's an elf. You don't really usually.
I 100% agree with the pass here. Although, despite any sort of pass, I do give the edge to TC Holder. Has lots and lots of experience holding.
For sure. I was talking to Barb for the match, as I've said before, and I asked him about stalemates, and he said that he thinks they're ready for stalemate. Considering their PvP power on their team. But yeah, as you said, they have a lot of experience. As here we see Savvy trying to get to 93. He's death tagged right now, and the ninjas are getting on him. He's still death tagged. Ooh, that was a very close
Rock should definitely have a Necro here supporting. You can switch Fella to it or Kishanta. Actually, Fella's going to pick up here, which is nice. I do think he should get the Necro in now here too, because Death Tag is understandably very menacing here, especially with like scout spawn swaps in general. They're going to be able to get it off most pushes without a very solid roaming. You have both ninjas from TC go in a little bit before the heavy here. However, their push is quickly stopped by the amount of Rox support they have stacked on top of Fella. Do also have a push here from Rox on the other side with Scout and I believe one more class, both going down to an equally numerous amount of support from TC. I believe there's 5 people on the flag carrier in both scenarios.
Eagles.
So Rox is at the advantage state here in terms of captures. They can afford to hold out and possibly turtle. However, it does look like they have a decent push going here of double heavy Ninja Chemist. However, everything gets mowed down by Henry. Swit is death tagged here in the flag room with Ninja and Scout on her. She was relatively alone because of the support focusing the bulk, but does manage to stay alive with well-placed wall climbs.
Kev Shadows though, there was getting a couple of headshots on fellow support as Archer by the box spawn.
I actually didn't think of that, and that's good to point out, is Kev Archer here could definitely be huge for a clutch recove.
Now here's a guy who is a really good archer, I think, and his name isn't said enough anymore, I think, these days. And he's still really good. I think people
definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
It is being pressured here in the flag room by Ninja and Heavy. Good play on Rox. Minsky points out that Kev is the best stillmate archer, still even with not playing the game that much recently. I'm not here to argue with him. Kev is very good. He's coming through the side of the flag room here. So it does go down to what appears to be a headshot. Onto the medic now. Archer still uncontested in flag room, forcing Bloom to move. Does pass back to Soldier though. Very nice, but I'm not sure where the Rox ninjas were there.
That was a bit of a risky pass there. They didn't check with the chemist or anything.
I definitely agree. I believe it could have been tab stalking that assured them though.
Oh yeah, for sure. Gaming Sock's trying to get there.
Gaming Sock's putting very good positioning and PvP ability to good use here. Minsky points out that he's getting onto Kev every single time, which is Rox's win condition in my opinion here. Kev is free in flag room now though, is about to take shots with zero pressure. Kev does get a headshot onto the medic. Fella does move to adjust for the headshots, and the Heavy is once again on Kev, shutting him down. Meanwhile, on Rox recovery, we have the Archer in the same position being targeted by 915 on Ninja. TC's defense has moved out of headshot range, and looks like he will be going down to the next hit here. Did have an 8 kill streak on Archer, which does mean he probably got a decent amount of headshots when I wasn't looking.
So here facing pressure from the Assassins. Assassins assassinate the medic and the Pyro, it seems. That was really close there.
Looks like a decent amount of pressure on her right now. If the Archer does manage... Archer's in a very strange spot here. If he managed to get to top dome while she was outside, that could have been very promising.
Yeah. Roxer just have to hold out. There's less than 3 minutes for them, so TC on the other hand have to put a lot more, I think, put a bit more pressure on Fella these last few minutes.
Points out that they are pressuring quite a bit though. Looks like it was 2 heavy Scout Archer in on Fella and nearly got the kill there. I believe he was death tagged throughout that as well. We do have both Pyros playing heavily defensive here, which I definitely agree with. I think both Pyros will get more value from defending here, especially with the bulk-based recovery. However, I would like to see Henry try to recover once, because if he does manage to get in, I don't think much is surviving.
Yeah. It's interesting seeing Bar play Pyro here, in my opinion. I never really realized he was a Pyro player until recently.
Yeah, so the thing with Bar is that he's, of course, been playing Elf for a long time, but he's also been really grinding on Pyro throughout these PPMs and casual. He's got a lot of hours on it now, and he's actually not doing half bad in both this match and Roxerces versus Foccia last week.
Yeah, playing against him, I was a bit surprised. He was actually a lot better than I honestly expected. So, props to him for that. Here we see pressure from Killer here. But
he's going to get stopped by both of the heavies for Roxerces, not being able to get close. However, this does mean that other Squisher classes could be able to sneak their way in. I don't see any right now, and Kev once again going tunnel here is already being spotted by Gaming Sox yet again.
It doesn't really look like, well,
He is repositioning here. Looks like he might have a shot from spawn if he's left undetected.
Flick gets death tags, facing pressure from the ninja.
Goes in now. Gets the shot on the medic. Fella does drop to the headshot. That's a pyro carrying. That was very nice from Kevin. And very sneaky. Bar does have the ninja on him and heavy on him now too. This could be a drop.
Oh, in the
There
drop.
it is. Oh, but the medic is able to pick up. The bulk being pushed out of the flag. Very good play from Kev there. Just unfortunate to not be able to capitalize on it very well.
Yeah, I don't think they're getting a chance closer than that because now there's less than 30 seconds in the match.
Yes.
And
so Scout does miss the death tag here. Even if ninjas come back, I have a feeling that Fatal will be able to, or Fatal Tiger rather, will be able to hold onto the flag long enough here. With 15 seconds left, it doesn't look like they're going to try to move the flag. They honestly don't need to. TC and flag with nothing on them. This looks like the end of that.
And 5 seconds left. And I feel like had there just been maybe 3 more minutes in the map, I feel like they could have gone some there with TC.
Definitely. Both archers getting headshots onto the carriers once, I believe only once, throughout that entire stalemate.
Yeah.
Both playing very well, but I think the roaming recovery style of both teams on that map definitely held them back from any recoveries.
Now we're going to be able to see Kevin really fully perform as an archer here, as we have Lowrise, which is a fairly decently sized archer map, I'd say. That made no sense, my bad. But yeah, as I was saying, so any key takeaways from match 1? That goes both to you, Cardona, and the CMS chat.
I had to go grab some water real quick. Sorry about that. All right. So next map here is Lowrise. We're going in with Rox having a 1 cap advantage. Worth noting, as Miski pointed out, that Kev on Archer here is going to possibly roll the enemy offense. Does have a lot of experience here with that veteran knowledge for positioning. We did see last week, though, in TC's match versus Futia, he also pulled out the Chemist offense as more of a desperation move, I'd call it, and did well there. I think overall he's going to be a very big player for this game if he's not targeted.
And you're talking about Kevin?
Yeah, Resurregon.
Yeah. Okay. I think you meant TC versus, I think, Annie. Because I think you said TC versus Vodia. That's okay.
I meant in their official against Futia.
Yeah, that match. Okay. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, I didn't watch. Yeah, my bad. But yeah. This is a more or less bulk heavy map, unlike the last map. So, I'll be even more interested here to see how 93 and 95 perform. Both were able to get a lot of steals last game.
Definitely. I think with this map being a little more roaming biased, but also extremely elf biased, if either of them are able to get out with little pressure from the ninjas, they're going to make very big plays here. Especially with that reflector coming in handy, if they are being targeted by the archer, that is one way to neuter Kev. Right, we do have the 3 minutes winding down to just a single minute here before the match starts. I don't see any substitutions coming in from either side. Actually, we have Glacier in for someone, and I have no idea who it is.
I think Glacier might be in for... Yeah, I'm not sure either.
And specs are also pointing out that Zadra came in for Unholy Ice, and he is likely to be the archer. Slayway also having a lot of veteran archer experience. I think he's going to actually prove to be pretty troublesome for Kev if he goes for his normal offensive dueling style.
Yeah. So 5 seconds left, and here we go.
Miski points out that Glacier is in for Roxerces Chemist last round. Looks like 93 is actually going Chemist, but only to buff. I do think the medic should be buffing here as opposed to 93. Elf with speed and strength is able to take out ninjas a lot more reliably.
This is like 93. It's gonna.
You have 905 on the scout offense, which actually is a very powerful class here. Is going to get the steal very easily. Surprisingly doesn't go top, instead opting to exit to the enemy spawn. Does take a while to get on there. Lorraine had the possible ninja backup, but was sniped by that pyro. Very nice play from there. Bar proving that he is going to be a formidable pyro from here on out.
Yeah. That was very interesting roll swap there though by well, not roll swap, sorry, no pun intended. By 915 to scout offense.
Worth noting here that G. Henry, who is a power player for TC here, has no medic defense on this map. Although I do understand it, Lowrise being a very pyro weak map, the medic up on that platform being an extra class not roaming could hurt more than it helps.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's what makes Lowrise a really interesting map in competitive CTF, is that, as you said.
Number 5 getting another steal here. Not to cut you off, he is going top this time, which is the preferred route as scout. He's been able to swap out with that pyro every single time, looking for a very large swap here. Isn't finding it, does find it on the mountain. That is a huge swap. If the archer does pick up here, very nice save from the archer, lets that turn into something crazy from 905. We do have the backup steal from Marine now. Going spawn side, gonna run right into the offense, unfortunately.
Insane swap to mid. Just kidding. Man, that was really close. The archer came in clutch there. It took Rox a bit of a second to actually recover, but they got it. Bar is out right now.
Yeah, that could have gotten very out of hand. Very good plays from TC, just unfortunate positioning. Wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. Seems like Lorraine here is about to try getting to the pyro. Does get to the pyro. Pyro goes down. Lorraine goes down though. And there's no TC offense to actually cap it off with a steal or anything. This Bar is going to manage to get back.
We do have our spec check here pointing out that Lorraine is on the pyro a lot this game. Actually doing a lot of work onto Bar here, which is allowing for these steals to happen, just not on the right targets in my opinion. 905 did get the scout skill earlier, but instead of a pass to the ninja, we did see him continue to go. Miski points out that a pass to the ninja could have probably transitioned into a cap much more safely there. Do have a soldier still here from Squid. Looks like going out spawn side. Does get dropped by the pyro. Ninjas do a good job of getting back to that flag very quickly to prevent another ninja backup.
Clash gets the flag here. Managed to get out, but goes down to Lorraine. Lorraine putting a lot of work into this match, I think, both on offense and defense.
Absolutely. I think the only thing missing here is lack of activity and playing the game more often. I think if she had that, she'd be able to put positioning to an even more monstrous level.
For sure, I agree. Looks like Lorraine here is about to go on offense again to probably take out the pyro, maybe.
Seeing a lot of defense ninja on Roxerces pyro here. I think part of that is due to Kev having archers here, undoubtedly. I've seen him take the Rox offense one headshot at a time, consistently push over push.
9-5 gets the flag here. He's scout again. He's managed to get out. Gets to his medic, but gets assassinated by F1 Brown.
That was a very nice assassination. We do have a backup ninja here that is ruined. Soldier is going to pick up instead. Goes out the back here, but does reroute, not to run into that extra ninja damage. I don't really agree with that rerouting. Assassin was there to stop it, as well as pyro on the ground.
I think what Sir should have done there is go on the roof. I think that's what I would have done. That was an interesting chance there by TC with both 915 and backup. So
Alright, so TC getting a lot of chances with their steals here, looking very promising, and I believe that is partly due to the scout disorientating the defense here.
Ring gets ninja steal here. Oh, but she goes down. Not cut you.
Do have the backup soldier steal, nothing on her going top. Only a little bit of fire damage, as well as a scout here. She does have 0 stake. Support from 915. Does need to get to her medic right now on the floor. Does opt to go around her though, as the medic does get pressured away from her. Very nice play from this ninja here. I believe it was Unholy Ice. Haven't been seeing too much happen from Rock's offense here. We do have one soldier crouching up in the top area, waiting for the rest of his offense, which doesn't seem to be coming in very smoothly.
Seems like so far Kev, despite dying just there to that, he's been winning the Archer duel so far.
Ooh.
As Misky notes.
So yeah, and then Kev just now, even when sent back to spawn, was able to reposition and headshot both of the Roxerces soldiers going in to flag, which could have potentially translated to something dangerous with Henry all alone. They're left here to pick off 93 by himself, as well as the medic. Lorraine getting another kill on bar. Consistently being able to take down that pyro, just the TC offense, rather the bulky Cappy classes, are being focused by the rest of defense here. We do have Roche here on the defense soldier, targeting main capper here.
Here, getting held up by their defense, but does get to the medic. Not sure if got the restore or not.
Checking stake. Does get frenzied by the pyro. Stepping out for a second.
That was some interesting routing there by Phil, I think. Questionable, actually. Strike gets the flag here. Trying to get through, but has no support. Go down to the ninja that seems getting cornered and does go down. As I predicted. Now 5 though is on Elf again. He has ninja support but goes down to the ninjas. Funny enough. On 5 back on Elf though, and I think that's a bit despite him getting a lot of good steals in Scout, I feel like him on Elf is something that is a bit scary, just knowing him from my days at TBF.
I do agree with this. I like him switching to Elf here because it puts one more capping class specifically on TC's offense. They're getting a lot of steals and a lot of disruption with both the Scout and the Ninja on offense, but it's not translating into anything simply because those aren't capping classes. They're not able to get anywhere because of lack of armor.
Yeah.
We do have Lorraine here on Offense Ninja once again. Seems to be an almost permanent role.
Misky does note though, and I think I agree with him, that a lot of their opportunities were created by the Scout, which I agree with. I feel like TC today has been, at least on this map, has been pretty staggered throughout their offense, and as Misky said, a lot of their opportunities really have only come from 905 getting out as Scout.
Yeah, that's definitely true to know. I think Bar has been having a very difficult game here with both Ninja and Scout being constant threats that aren't being checked.
Yeah.
Although I do believe fewer opportunities being created, yet having a much better success rate with the Elf is going to be an overall improvement.
Look, gets a steal here. He's trying to go on roof, but gets chased by the Pyro. Jukes out the Pyro though.
Is out here, very clean.
Oh, what a headshot there, man!
Ooh,
I was
followed
waiting
by a very nice frenzy.
Yeah, very nice frenzy. Even better headshot. I've been waiting to call his name today. Kev with the clutch play. Immaculate. That was an immaculate headshot, I think. And I think if I was headshot like that, I wouldn't even be mad.
Oh, definitely. That was a very beautiful shot. Not able to see the...
I'm fighting back on Scout.
Unfortunately.
Ooh, swaps with the ninja. He's down. He's out. No ninja. Never mind.
Would
Ninja.
be huge, but double ninja on him is going to go down.
But as you
Not
see, there
allowing him
another
any
opportunity.
wiggle room to get a pass off, forcing him to keep holding a scout is what's saving Rox's defense here. We do have Italian Penguin on Soldier here, second Soldier in fact, which I think is going to end up better for their offense. We are seeing very solid gameplay here from TC as opposed to their matchup Fuchsia on Lowrise. I think they're doing a lot better, have a lot more coordination, as well as a lot more pressure from their offense. But once again, just like Airlock I, still a very even game. That's in terms of the capture scores, though. No doubt about it, TC's offense is doing a lot better here.
Yeah. 9-5 says that he's lagging tech out in team chat. So it seems like both him. I mean, I'm not. Oh, seems like he's not. He's having lag issues. Like 93 was in first map. Bella's trying to get in here. 93 gets the flag as I mentioned his name, and he's managed to get out.
Oh, he's got the medic here too. This could potentially be huge. He's going to get on top.
Oh,
Does
down.
down to burn damage. The fellow with the pickup, very nice pickup. This ninja's on one hit. Can't afford to pearl after him. He's getting very far. This could be very huge unless TC are able to counter steal here. Nobody on Kev to my knowledge, however, he is out of distance. He's going to get a couple shots off here. They don't translate into anything other than killing the support, unfortunately. And Roxerces with another capture here.
And TC in trouble now as they have to at least tie this match in order to go to a third.
Indeed. Just one cap on both max for Roxerces, mentioned by Miski, is going to result in a game end. So it's very interesting to see. TC with a lot more opportunities on offense here throughout this entire map, just not being able to translate it into anything. However, Roxerces here with fewer opportunities is able to get that capture with, I believe, what was a little bit of luck involved with that soldier pickup after 93 did die to fire damage. It is also worth noting that Elf does take more damage than every other class to fire ticks, taking a full heart of damage from them. Had 93 survived there, perhaps instead of dropping for Fella to pick up, he could have been picked off by Savvy, saving that cap. So just a little bit of mechanics coming in handy there. You have 915 falling back to TC's defense here to death tag before running out on offense again as Scout, which is something I really like to see. Death tag having huge value right now in this meta.
Oh yeah.
Lorraine once again bullying Bar off of the edge, forcing him to respawn, but can't be capitalized on. I think that is something that Roxerces is doing correct here. They're able to take out all of the capping threats on TC before they get here, especially with Ninja and Scout on offense. Being squishier classes that they handle later while handling the soldiers earlier.
Kev switched Kev's offense here.
Yeah, we could see another miracle cap here from him on Lowrise, very similar to 2 weeks ago.
Managed to get out.
Extremely clean.
Oh, we get a shot.
Oh, very nice shot there. We do have backup from Italian, and I believe he went top as Necro. Is going to have a problem here with both the soldier and the ninja. Unable to take out any of them, is looking to go down here. Does have a lot of skulls keeping that. Oh,
Um,
I believe our entire party got transferred to another server on accident.
okay. This is very awkward. Okay.
All right.
Back at it. Just gotta ignore what happened.
Our very nice idea of party chat backfiring for the first time. Hopefully the only time. We're all back in here now, though, able to once again resume this commentary.
Hopefully nothing crazy happened. Fella trying to get in, but now he's just feeding Pyro. That's a very common mistake by a lot of offensive soldiers, and I've committed it too. Is just going in uncoordinated and just ending up feeding the Pyro frenzy. From what I've seen, I think Rox's offense has seemed more coordinated than TC's, which I think has been a key thing here. Is Fella gets the flag, is trying to get out, has support. There's that coordination, and Fella trying to move away. He's just wall spam.
Whoa, getting bullied here though.
Goes down.
Lots of TC recovery, just in the right places, able to keep him from once again capitalizing on a steal like that. Worth noting though that we did have 915 there as scout, and he's on permanent scout defense actually it seems, so I'm not sure who's replacing him on offense here, but TC do need a cap to send it to map 3 at the very least. Oh, actually it's Kev here on Chemist, and that means TC is running 0 Archer. It's going to allow Zatra to have much more wiggle room here, as he does go down to the Assassin, though, as TC offense does come in here. Nice warm up from MH. However, they are going to get slaughtered here, right at the entrance.
I think something you've noted that I 100% agree with now is that Rox's defense has done a really, really good job with containing their main cappers, like Swit and 915.
Oh, absolutely. I think the pressure on both of them, including Italian Penguin once they switched to Soldier, they just hopped on him right away. These bulky flag carriers, which is, there's only 2 of them here, which is unfortunate, because they're able to be focused by the rest of Rock's roaming. Even R can be bullied all he wants here by both the Ninja and the Scout, but the roaming is got its back. Holding up this defense very strongly here. Both defenses holding up strongly with their strategies. Fella is out though, as I say that. Has nothing on him, nothing in front either. He's going to wall climb here, predicting Archer shots that aren't happening since Kev's on offense. Let's see if he can translate that into a good steal here. Does go down to the Assassin. This could be the final nail in the coffin, however TC does get a ninja steal. Lowering Pearling very high there. It put her Pearl in the air longer, which means she could have died. However, it is going to translate into nothing on her due to the amount of support from Rox.
Now we're in a stalemate, which is not what TC wants.
This is worst case scenario. Stalemates on Lowrise being infamously long, unless you have a very coordinated recovery, which is going to be difficult to muster up within 1 last minute of the map. Kev also here, a key player on TC's recovery, is holding as Chemist, which is very bad in my opinion. There's not going to be the Archer there to get the clutch shot. Need to do something quickly here, however. Rox has no reason to devote to recovery, having both Bar and a Necro supporting Fella. He doesn't have a medic right now, which is interesting. We have Steve's strategy here from 93, abusing Necro. Is able to skull his carrier 3-4 times in a row.
They're just trying to put pressure on Fella. 30 seconds left. And
Fella doesn't have a medic. Medic is coming in now, likely due to comms that he's tagged. And we have 93 switching from Elf and Necro back and forth, throwing out these skulls and these waters repeatedly, basically acting as 2 players for Fella's support. We're down to the last 10 seconds of the map. Looks like we're going to end here.
It seems like Rox is going to go to 2-0, and TC sadly going to go to 0-2. And that's the match. Rox wins 1-0, 1-0 on Airlock and Lowrise.
Very, very interesting game there. I think it was extremely close from both teams. I think the steals that did get out and far enough were just due to little lapses in the defense's judgment. Otherwise, very solid performance from both teams. I think both definitely playing very well.
Yeah, I think TC's offense just wasn't coordinated on Lowrise, especially not as much as Rox's was, and that's what managed to get them steals. TC, I mean for Rox, sorry. It seems like all of TC's steals on Lowrise that really got them somewhere were either scout steals or ninja steals. So I think that is something that TC will hopefully look at over the next week or so into the next match.
Definitely. So I'm gonna look at stats last time. Just taking a quick look at them for Lowrise here. Looks like most damage is going to go to Gaming Socks, playing that ninja role with close to 3.6k. We also have TC's Ninja not far behind Savvy with 3k damage, definitely upping his game from his last match against Annihilation this season. I think he's playing very well. Definitely see a lot of improvement from him on Ninja, being able to get in front of the carriers and hit them backwards, stopping a lot of Roxerces' momentum, as Ninja should. Who are we thinking for player of the game here?
Honestly, I can't even tell you because I feel like on Rocks, a lot of their offense we're making a lot of good plays. What do you think?
I definitely agree with you. I don't know if I would give it to any of Roxerces' offense. I think if I had to
Right.
give it to one of their offense players, it would definitely be Fella. I think he was able to perform consistently on the one role he was put on as soldier, whereas his other offensive members did have to switch classes and adapt, which I believe let them lose a little bit of steam. Him, however, being able to stick to his main and best class throughout the entire match, put on quite a show on both maps. I believe. I don't remember if he got the cap on Airlock 1 or not. That may have been 93.
Yeah.
I would actually rather prefer giving it to a member of Roxerces' defense. My two candidates for those would be either Unholy Ice or Roche, both playing the ninja and bulk roles here. On those would be either Unholy Ice or Roche, both playing the ninja and bulk roles here on these maps, switching back and forth depending on what was necessary. But I think they just did an excellent job holding back. They held back the TC offense bulk on this map specifically, which just shut down so many caps. And then even
Oh
after
yeah.
that, after with the ninja steals, they capitalized on it and then went on Loreen every single time she got out, besides that very last 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah,
In
I
terms
think
of which one, I'd probably give it to Roche. I saw
yeah,
him or her giving a lot of trouble to TC on the roam.
I agree. I think I also would give it to Roche. He's just a magnificent player today for Rocks.
Definitely. I think every player played pretty well this time, which is very nice to see. I wouldn't say there were any weak links. I think map 2, only one that you could arguably say was Bar. But then again, Bar was put in very difficult circumstances. I think he still held his own as Pyro, getting crucial frenzies when he needed to. So congratulations to everyone for basically not being a liability at all having their own essential place during this match.
So we have Bar with us here. Hoping we were going to interview him. So Bar, how do you feel about the match today? How do you feel you guys? Well, obviously you guys won, and you probably feel good. But like, what do you guys think went well today? If you would like to unmute.
Okay. Hello.
Hey.
So yeah, I think that we did pretty well. I was expecting for a bit more of us to make it like maybe 2-0. We had a lot of good chances, but just unlucky there. I think we all played well. Cole was very good. Like the last match, we all talked and were pretty quiet. No one yelled or shouted or this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably what gave us the win. This is that we got an organized call.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
Yeah, that's what we know is that the communications on Rocks is really good. What do you think was What do you have to say about your ninjas on Lowrise? Because we feel like that they were a really big part in that on that map.
Yeah, Gaming Socks and Unholy, both of them are very underrated ninjas that always play with us. They both are very good at PvP skills and as ninjas with the tails and the eggs. I'm really proud that they're on my team because they did, like you said, a lot of stuff here, a lot of good callouts. And yeah, I'm just happy that they're with us.
All right.
Very nice. I am Pesto's co-commentator today, Cardona. I first want to congratulate you on your win. That was a very clean match, very even match. I'll ask you your next question here. Who was very, very troubling on TC's roster going into the match? And did you expect them to be that much of a key component?
Probably G. Henry. He played very good. Our offense always talked about him. We didn't really expect from other than the one and only G. Henry, like probably the best pyro. We knew we were gonna have some trouble there. I really wanted to be ninja offense and always counter him, but since Stallions couldn't make it, I had to play pyro. And yeah, he did a very good job for what my offense said, and he gave us a lot of hard times.
Definitely. I did notice your pyro quite a lot today, and I do have to say it's pretty up there as a very competent pyro, up and coming. I did see a lot of focus on you on Lowrise for map 2. I think that was both a combination of your pyro being a little underrated going into map 1 for TC, as well as just really exploiting the fact that pyro is a bit of a weakness class here. Do you think, like, what was the call like when all of that was happening as you were consistently getting targeted? What was the rest of the defense like in the call?
Well, Unholy, which helped me, or Glash, when she went to medic defense, since I couldn't really control all of those. And I'm pretty sure that after Glash came, I got more kills, and I probably did better. Still, I probably need to practice my pyro, since I'm not really playing so much as pyro. But I definitely think that I can be a nice pyro, or like Roxerces second pyro.
Definitely got that
Yeah.
potential, man. You definitely got the
Sure.
potential.
Yeah.
Got one last question from me to wrap this up here. I haven't checked who you're facing next week, but based on both the match results of your last week match with Futya, as well as this match with Crusaders, both wins. By the way, congratulations on that. I think your team's definitely a sleeper pick for this season. What are you thinking you can improve on going into week 3?
Well,
Or
I know
round
that.
3.
Yeah, round 3, week 3. We're playing versus Delta Force, which are a very good team. And we probably won't win, well, know it, but we're still gonna give whatever we got and try to get our best players. And at least try to cap a few flags, you know? Like, if we can win, it would be great, amazing, and we will get like 3 win streak, which will be amazing. But, like, for those 2 matches, like the Crutchers and Fotia, we knew that we can win. So we just brought everything that we could and fought the best that we could. I hope we can do the same versus Delta Force, give whatever we got, and I know, maybe get them and take the win.
Very nice. It's definitely going to be interesting to see after these back-to-back wins from your team. Once again, congratulations. I do have to go for my match here versus Team Fallen. Annie versus Team Fallen premiering very soon, like directly after this stream, I'm pretty sure. But once again, congratulations and
Congratulations.
good game.
Thanks.